So this girl's like really good at basketball. Her name's Swoopes, which is the greatest name I think she could have had. Growing up in Texas, she played with her 3 older brothers a lot, which really helped her stand out starting when she was on a children's team league, all the way through to playing for her high school at Brownfield High. Everyone could see Swoopes was talented, which led her to South Plains College, where she was named Junior College Player of the Year. She then transferred over to Texas Tech University and scores 1,000 points or more in just 46 games, setting a record. After that, she leads the team at that school to their first and only NCAA championship, scoring another record-breaking 47 points in the final game. Things are looking promising for Swoopes, and she's just been awarded the title of NCAA Final Four Most Outstanding Player. And then she becomes professional, making history by becoming the first player to sign with the newly formed Women's National Basketball Association. She was signed on to the Houston Comets and led that team to a championship 4 times, 4 years in a row. Now she started stacking up some crazy awards in her house. I can only imagine what her bookshelf looked like. 3 WNBA MVP awards, 3 Olympic gold medals, and 6 WNBA All-Star appearances. And if all that wasn't enough, she became the very first woman to have a signature shoe with Nike, which everyone thinks is super iconic, and they were called the Air Swoopes. Okay, so at this point, Swoopes was rich. It's hard to say exactly how rich, but people estimate maybe around $50 million was earned throughout her career. That kind of money would buy you a lot of basketballs. You see, most Americans on average earn less than $2 million throughout their lives. Swoopes earned 25 lifetimes worth of money in less than 15 years. And after her 15 seasons as a professional player, her injuries began to take a toll. Swoopes could no longer play basketball at that level, and so she retired. But when she retired, she did not have $50 million in the bank. That amount, which people estimated she had earned, was already completely gone at that time. You see, leading up to her retirement, she had made some risky investments, which I honestly couldn't find much info on, but it seemed clear that she wanted to secure her financial future after having already spent a lot of money and taken care of family and not necessarily kept track of these expenses, but knew that she had a lot of money coming in, but even $50 million can't make someone invulnerable to bankruptcy. And unfortunately, she did file for bankruptcy in 2011, the same year that she had retired. With only $170 in her checking account and over $700,000 in debt, she actually decided to keep going, to be resilient, to take a shot at redemption. Refusing to take this bankruptcy lying down, she transitioned from playing into coaching for a high school. I mean, who wouldn't want Swoopes to be their coach? She was the best, having been officially dubbed the female Michael Jordan. And before too long, she was coaching at Loyola University Chicago. She also notably became an advocate for financial literacy among athletes, sharing her story to millions, emphasizing the importance of responsible money management. Having learned from her mistakes, she often says, "I want young athletes to invest in themselves and their future." Let's go, Swoopes! After all, roughly 78% of professional athletes, regardless of gender, regardless of the sport, go broke within only 3 years of retirement. So she's working for a good cause. It's just crazy. The average WNBA salary in 2022 was around $102,000. The average age of a player in the WNBA is about 28 years old. If these players put $100,000 into an index of the S&P 500, reinvesting dividends, it's not unlikely that they'd have close to $6.5 million after 40 years, which is a whole lot different than bankruptcy. You see, you can go fast on the court, but you don't want to go fast with finances.